Welcome to the ManCade. Today I'm upstairs and I'm hanging out with Coco. I haven't had a dog in 40 years. 40 years. And Coco is like the best dog in the whole world. Unless you have a dog, and then that dog's the best dog in the whole world, right? So today on the ManCade, I decided to take a chance on the Atari Flashback Blast Volume 3, the Pong edition. The reviews were pretty scathing, and I thought, let me just try this thing and see. So it was pretty cheap online, and we're gonna put it through its paces and see what it's like. Worth your time, Coco? What do you think? So, before we get to the video, please take a moment to go and pet your doggy, and like and subscribe and leave a comment and all that stuff, okay? That sound good to you? And let me ask the question. Hey, Coco. Hey, if you're not arf, arf, bark, 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 what are you doing? See you in a minute. A few years ago now, AtGames acquired the licenses for a lot of retro game stuff like Namco and especially the Atari. And they came out with so many different Atari flashback consoles, I can't even keep it straight. But the one we're talking about today, as we already said, was the Atari Flashback Blast Volume 3, the Pong edition. The package comes with the HDMI dongle that has the 20 built-in games and 2 wireless paddles that only require 2 AAA batteries. They are connected together. We'll talk about that in a moment. And the dongle plugs into your HDMI in the back of your television and can be powered by USB. If you have that in the back of your television as well, that will power the dongle. You simply turn on the controllers and set it to the right setting of HDMI input, and you are good to go. The biggest complaint previous reviewers have singled out was the input lag between turning the wireless paddle and the on-screen paddle moving. Unplayable, they said. Garbage, they cried. Worthless, they shouted. So, of course, I had to see for myself. So, as you know, here we go. I bought one, and, well, imagine my surprise when I turned on Video Olympics Pong in the one player and discovered no lag. None. So then I called my son in for a 2-player game, and after we had some fun, I asked his opinion. Great, he said. I asked if he felt any lag. He hadn't. We agreed that any shots that we missed were due to human error. So I'm thinking some people aren't aware of game mode on their TVs. That feature is there to eliminate input control lag. Use it, in this case, lose it. And by that I mean lag. 20 built-in games, what you need to know right off the bat. These are all Atari 2600 games. You are not getting the arcade version of Pong. You're getting the Video Olympics Atari 2600 version of Pong. The other thing you need to know is 8 of these games are Video Olympics games. Not that that's a bad thing, but here's some bad things. Some of these games are best played with 4 players. Warlords, of course. Quadra-Pong. Sounds like quadra means 4, doesn't it? You know, foosball, Steeple Chase, etc. But no, you cannot play these games with 4 players. Only 2. You only get 2 paddles. Yes, the instructions say you can order another set of paddles. Good luck. But people have done that, and they don't work. They do not sync. These are 2-player games. A game I was really excited to play was Stunt Cycle because it had never been released. I'm like, oh my God, it's got Stunt Cycle. Guess what? It doesn't work. It's unplayable. You cannot use anything to get it to, basically the idea of the game is you're on a motorcycle like Evel Knievel, you're jumping buses. You would use the paddle, I would think, to accelerate and deaccelerate and slow your, going over the ramps to jump the buses. No, it doesn't work at all. You just crash consistently. Q&A sucks on that one. So you really got 19 games. Then if you start taking away the 4-player games, you have less and less. And while I'm going to give AtGames the hairy eyeball for some of these decisions they made on this collection, hey, some of these games are fun. Look at Pong. It's 50 years old next year. If you got an arcade full of games and you got Pong, your crowd's going to be in front of Pong because it's accessible. People know how to play it, right? I mean, you're not going to play it for 8 months. It's not Skyrim. But for that moment while they're in there playing, they're going to want to get a turn on that game. Look at Breakout and Super Breakout if they're fans of Arkanoid, right? The simple paddle breaking the brick game kind of thing. I mean, anyone can play that. It's amazing. Warlords, anyone can play this stuff. These are awesome, easy, accessible games. And they're comfort games, especially for older people like me. I remember that game. I remember playing that game, and they can pick it up and play it because there's not 1,000 buttons. So don't discount that when you're thinking about this collection. So at the end of the day, do I recommend this? Well, if you can find it really, really cheap, I would say under 20 bucks, shipping included, you might have some fun with it. You can't discount the fact that you're getting this Atari stuff with the paddles and plugging it into an HDMI television. That's worth its weight right there, kind of, okay? So know that all the games, are going to vary. In fact, I really bought this for Pong and Super Breakout, and Circus Atari. Yeah, I wanted Warlords, but it's a little too flickery for my liking, and I wanted Stunt Cycle, but that doesn't even work. The Video Olympics games that are on here are 2 to 4 player. Now, you already said you can't play 3 and 4 player, but they're 2 player. They are not 1 player. Only Pong is 1 and 2 player. The rest of the Video Olympics are 2 player. So just know that going in. This could be a fun party pack of 2. You have some friends around, you take turns, it could be great. So I'm going to say I'd give it, a wary thumbs up. I didn't experience any lag, as I said, so I can't speak to that. We tried it with other people. No one experienced the lag. So on your way out, please take a moment to like, subscribe, share, and comment. And remember, if you're not retro gaming, what are you doing? I'm Moxxi, the Moxxi's ManCade, and I'll see you next time, friends.